my friends. Well, last 3 days I've been at this Home Depot parking lot and never done this before. Kind of an experiment, and I would do it again. So you're saying, why are you doing that? Well, I arrived here Friday afternoon, Friday night, and I know I didn't have any obligations until Sunday evening, so I wanted somewhere where I could be, that I didn't have to drive, I wouldn't be hassled, and that I had access to stuff that I need. So stuff that I need would include things from Home Depot, because I was working on building stuff, and it's good to have something like that nearby. There's also a Starbucks and a restaurant right beside me, as well as a Subway. So I had everything I really needed. I actually never went into the restaurant or the Subway or the Starbucks. So had no need. And it was actually the first time I've ever stayed in my van from basically first thing I woke up until the evening. Well, until I went to sleep. Never did that before. Even in 46 months living in a van. Now, the key is to have stuff to do. And I had lots to do. And I actually didn't get it finished. Working on this kitchen cabinet thing. And had some mistakes I had to fix. And I'll show you what that's all about. And some other things as well. So I figured I'd take you back and show you some of the latest developments that's happening with the van. Right here we have the kitchen unit I've been building for the last few weeks, few months. And things have dramatically changed in terms of my living space. This is 20 inches, 23 inches from here to here. And it's 20 inches deep. I put some tape and cardboard on the bottom because I was scratching up the walls a little bit. All these screws are going to be covered up. I'm actually going to put this kind of like a wood frame, a cedar frame around this, so this will all be covered. So don't worry about all that mess. I did put this fridge on a slider drawer, and this is just temporary. I just needed something. I want to actually get some paracord or something that's a little not so ugly, you might say. Anyway, right now this is just a temporary setup here. And the fridge slides out. So as you can see, I just have a carabiner and a zip tie. I tell you, those zip ties with a spot to put a screw are very handy. Comes right out. And slide. Bought that on Amazon. It's way cheaper. Home Depot wanted like 42 bucks. I think I paid like 21 on Amazon. And we just open this. There you go. All I ever buy really for the fridge is soy milk. I'm not really super thrilled about this situation, how it's covered, but I don't know what else to do. I put duct tape over the insulation because it's just this foil stuff which is going to get wrecked over time. There's no doubt about it in my mind. So it's not really keeping up. I mean, I guess I could wipe it a little bit. Maybe it would look nicer. Let's give that a try, shall we? I don't really do a lot of cleaning like I should. There, isn't that much better? Alright, so yeah, that's the fridge. Already I got a chip here. That sucks. So there's a weird kind of a thing with this paint, because this is actually flat black. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, probably not. But I put like 3 coats of polyurethane on it. And even though I put polyurethane on it, it's still chipping. And it's interesting to know because now I know in the future that this is going to be a problem spot. Maybe I can address it before it gets worse. So if I use flat black and then paint it with satin polyurethane, it looks shiny. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it actually looks shiny. So yeah, and then all this is going to be painted black, and like the front is going to be black, and then this is going to be cedar, so it's going to be like a juxtaposition between cedar and black. But there's really not much black going to be showing because, you know, the drawers are going to be here and this thing and that spot. I guess a little bit. But anyway, so that's what's going on with that thing. It's taking up a lot of space. I got a box here with some junk. My toilet thing is being abused. And there's our friend the Jackery working overtime. I actually shut off last night because the fridge sucked all the juice out. This is something else I want to show you over here is my water pump failed. So I got another one. And what this is not properly done, but I don't know if, like, my idea was I was going to stick it on here, take this frame off, and then stick it on here temporarily. But since there's ideas of a new van in the works, I don't want to invest any time doing something. This would just be temporary and I just have to take it off again. So I can just leave it in here, and when I need some water, pull it out. So let's see if I can show you how this thing works. This is kind of not cool having this water tube just floating around getting dirty, but van life, yo. That's my excuse. Don't try this at home, folks, or in your van, because your van is your home. So that goes in there, and then how can I do this with no hands? So here I got the tube and the spout, and there's a button on the top that you push, and then I can just, I'm trying to do this with like holding the camera with one hand, holding this thing with my other, and then holding this thing with my pants, which are really dirty because these are my work pants. So let's give it a try, shall we? It's not that loud. It's not dead silent, but it's not as bad as a lot of other water pumps. And that's it. The flow rate is not great. It had very good reviews on Amazon. That's probably one of the reasons I got it. But I don't think it's that great. You know, it was like 25 bucks or 27 bucks. I gotta find the lid for this thing. But the flow is my biggest complaint, is that it takes, to fill a 1 gallon or 4 liter jug, probably takes a full minute or minute and a half. So that's not awesome. But my other pump broke. I don't know what happened, if the wires came loose, or I checked the fuse, it wasn't the fuse, so I had to replace it. And my idea is, for my new build, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this like a tap almost, and I'm going to build it so that I can stick a 4 liter container right underneath it and have just a little bit of space so that it's all ticky poo, and that way I can just fill water as I want. And that's the way she's going to roll. Anyway, that's the current state of the van. This is a lesson I learned. Don't buy cheap US or LED strips, because I had, out of like 60 LEDs, about 8 or 10 of them went bad. Although I just cut it off, and I'm going to have to scrape that off and repaint it. But I still can use this one. But I love this Goal Zero USB light. It's called the Luna Light. I love that thing. It uses hardly any energy, and it gives me enough light at night where I can just have some ambiance. Here's my bananas. We have 12.3 even though it's sunny out, because this thing is sucking all the energy. Let's see what we've got here. It's taking 36 watts and it's 50% full. So, and it's been on for about an hour and a half. And it is actually a little bit of sun today, so that's the way she goes. One thing I wanted to mention about this kitchen unit is that this is just temporary. This is not like supposed to stay here forever. There is going to be a countertop that's going to be put on top of here. And this is only the first half of it. There's going to be another section, and then there's going to be a space where I can put my chair so I can use it as a desk. But yeah, this is not staying in here. This is going to come out with me when I get another van, high top. So I wanted to show you my door. I need to put a hole in this for my finger hold. And this is where my 11-pound container of propane is going to go. This is the other door right here. Sorry for the lack of light. My camera is, my Note 4 is overheating, so it won't let me use a flash. Anyway, I can't open this right now because I got this L bracket thing on the floor to hold the thing on hold the unit in place so that it doesn't slide around while I'm driving. I didn't even think about that. I thought, no, I did lift that up. What's going on here? That should open. Why is it so stiff? There we go. I think some glue maybe got involved in over here. Wood glue catastrophe. Wow, I'm gonna have to do some sanding, I can tell that. Anyway, there's another spot to store stuff. Didn't want to waste it. Use every single inch. So one of the most challenging things about having this unit in here is that I've now drastically reduced the amount of space that I have. Actually, I have a tape measure here. Let's see if I can show you. 32 inches, that's not too bad. I can deal with that. But it's nice not to have this in here. It's way more space. And like I said, this will be coming out. If I was going to keep this fan, I would not have this in here. It would be gone. Or I would like move it over, or I would do something different. But see, the problem is the fuel filler is on the floor over here behind my bucket. And I can't stick this thing over there. It's hard to see, but I can't stick this thing over there, otherwise it juts way out, and then I can't open my door. So that's why it has to be over closer to the bed. Alright guys, well there you have it. Thanks for watching and be well, my friends.